Then maybe we can create one in there. That'd be different.
I've been writing. I've been working towards my creativity as well. I've been working towards getting my situation set up to where I can start cranking out more beats and more songs. Because I definitely feel it. Room.
Man, you gotta show me some beats, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had several hard drives go down on me, so I had to figure out another solution to be able to put them in like a smaller enclosure, like take the hard drive out of the space that it's in and put it into like an enclosure,
Right.
and then continue using it. I got 2 hard drives in there. I had one I had for like 10 years, and I had one I had for like 15 years. So I'm in the process of like fixing old equipment and kind of just reconfiguring my studio space. I've been using Pro Tools since 1995, so I know it like the back of my hand.
That's great.
And new stuff, I'm always open to learn.
Pro Tools is like everybody needs to learn it. Like Pro Tools is one of those dogs that you got. If you professional, you don't know it. You're not really professional. It's crazy that that's the one that a lot of people don't know that you know. It's like a lot of people.
That's the first one I learned.
Yeah, a lot of people do not know. It's too hard for them or something. You know?
It was easy for me because I got it when it first came out and I was around it. Hello? Hello, good morning. I'm doing all right. I'm just with a client right this second. What's going on? How can I help you? What was the text? Yeah, I sent you somebody last night. I sent you Mr. Brown. I don't know what his rates are, but you can have a conversation with him and reach out to him. He's also a Circuit County judge, so. Yeah, he's a lawyer and a Circuit County judge. So, you know, and he's also a brother, so. You can ask a couple questions, but when I say brother, I mean like he's our melanated complexion. Yes, sir. Okay. No problem. All right. All right. Sorry about that.
How you doing?
Over $1 billion, looking at tighten up a legal situation. So I was texting him contact. It's always good to keep a lawyer for anything, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got 2.
Entertainment lawyer and then a lawyer to look over your contracts.
Give me the entertainment lawyer for sure.
Yeah, entertainment lawyers can get you indoors where you might not even have like the acumen for it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got a music buddy of mine, and we was having a conversation about different things, and I was trying to figure out how to connect the dots, and she said, man, I had a lawyer do this. I said, what? She said, yeah, put down $10,000, and I had him go take care of the situation, and they got me in the door so I could talk straight to the regulator. I had to talk to the A&R. He set up a meeting with the executive director and the vice president, and we had our stuff together. We had our electronic press kit, we had our music, we had everything set up, and we went straight to the executives and had a conversation and negotiated a deal. And I was like, what? And I was like, okay. I was like, put that in my mind, like, okay, that's a card I definitely got to play.
Mm-hmm. You know, it could work like that. TV shows of how you believe it's a shooting star chance.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's just paperwork.
Yeah, part of it is paperwork because it's the whole network of people that's connected to the paperwork that does what they do, and they all regimented when they do it. What they call rollout.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a whole conglomerate of businesses that are all under one umbrella. And when you get rollout, you get access to all these different businesses that do the things you need done all at one time in sync. The average indie artist doesn't have that. So it's kind of like when they talk about the machine really is technologically advanced people working in sync. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
How Meta makes $1 million in like 7 seconds. It's like over some odd billion people using Facebook, and they all spend like $1 at one time to advertise for like a week, and so boop. All the millions of businesses around in the conglomerate that's spending money, Meta will make like $1 million in like 7 seconds just from people just trying to advertise. It's pretty genius, but also, it has this things that need to be worked out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as an indie artist, and you're trying to get out here, what a lot of indie artists don't pay attention to is, number one, their paperwork, because you don't really have a lot of wise counsel around you when you're just making your music and trying to do it the best way you know. And then two, if your paperwork not on point, you can't get paid from it. So a lot of artists not really getting paid from their music because they don't have their paperwork figured out, their songs not copywritten, and then they give away the control over their masters. And once you give away control over your masters, it's hard for you to make money on your own music that you create. Because you're trying to use the machine the machine is built to spit out a calculated dollar amount every day. There's people that put the numbers in, that know the numbers. That's how people get all these statistics and city data for different stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you know how to read the data for something, and you know how to get the analytics and know where the large groups of people are, like between the ages of 18 and 35, these are their behavior traits. These are their things that they do every week, and this is what they buy. This is how much money they spend. Like, it's people that sit down and figure this stuff out. If you're not paying attention to that to make decisions, when you're a music artist, you're just pretty much using your own creativity, putting it out there, but then you don't have, unless you have a solid game plan, you still doing things grassroots, and grassroots can take root. Because, you throw a seed out in the ground, you put the seed in your mouth, it get coded to your genetics, and then you throw it out, put it into the ground. Eventually, it's gonna take root. It's gonna get into the soil, and it's gonna take root. It might take a little longer time, but the reason why a lot of artists are really getting out there and booming real quick is because of the formula. There's a formula, and when you are connected to these rollout companies that do all these 6 or 7 things at one time, by paying X amount of dollars, you pretty much can double your money quick. So let's say I had a single and I was trying to get this single to go, and so let's say my territory is Ohio. I got fans that's really bumping my music in Ohio, right? So I'll look into the newspaper out there and put an advertisement about me performing out there before I get out there to make people start buzzing, and then I'll start making video clips of me performing my song, and then say I'm going to be performing out in Ohio at this particular venue. Then I'm going to find the venue I'm performing at, and then I might shoot a TV commercial for a spot because I want to tour in Ohio, right? I find local businesses that are aligned with who I am and what I do. So I start trying to look for them and start trying to help them with their sales because they need people that's gonna come to them, right? So I started aligning myself with these businesses and trying to help them get new customers. So now I'm starting to fund my music because these businesses now they starting to invest in me because I'm helping them make some money. So I got a spot that I'm performing out there ahead of time, and it's advertised in the newspaper so people know that I'm coming. I made a social media video, and now I go out there and I perform and I have somebody videotape it. I'm gonna get some money from the videotape from my performing rights organization. I could put the video on my website as e-commerce about my performance for my fans that really like, you know, what I got going. They want to buy my music for sale on my website, my performances on sale on my website, my t-shirts and merch for sale on my website. I'm doing autographed pictures at the venue that I performed at, so that's another mode of commerce. And I'm connecting with the business owners there in the area because I want to help them get more business. So now I'm valuable, I'm an asset to everyone around. When you're just a regular indie artist, you're not really thinking like that for real. You're just thinking about making music and trying to find people that's gonna sell your music. That's gonna buy your music that you don't know yet, that aren't really your fans yet. You know, a lot of indie artists sometimes had a mindset where I'm good and I need to be paid right now, but it's like, what do you bring to the table to be paid? Companies invest in people that get a lot of numbers, or you understand business. And it took me a while to figure that out. If I thought the way I think now, 20 years ago, I would probably, it took me a while to figure some things out,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning that too.
But see, now I can help cut down people your age time down because I know exactly what to do.
Please do. Shoot. Take any knowledge I can.
Yep. I done seen it work. What when you're doing your studio sessions, what do you like the most? Which dog do you like the most?
Wouldn't say I have a particular. I will say Pro Tools sounds the cleanest. Just of them all. I think maybe it's because of the plugins that go equipped with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like, Pro, Logic. Logic's pretty nice actually. I'll say Logic is my second. Pro, just for clarity, is my first.
The analog and digital converters. I found out there are analog and digital converters that you can buy secondhand that work along with your DAW. Like years ago, I had a engineer buddy of mine and his dad. They used to use the Apogee analog to digital converters. They convert analog to digital, and they convert digital to analog. And the name of the device was called the Rosetta. And the Rosetta changed the noise bit ratio and made the audio sound cleaner and louder.
Was this a live studio?
No, it was a recording studio, but they did record live musicians in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, when you record live bands, you use different stuff like that, so you can. Because if you just go through the regular DAW, it's cool, but you don't get the clarity of sound in certain instruments. And when you use different mics and plug in, some things get distorted, you might need more.
Mm.
So I know that happens in a lot of live studios. They have a whole bunch of those big towers right next to their computers.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll sit there for the longest time if you're just a recording artist. But if you come in there with a band and they start hooking and screwing and whatever they do,
Mm-hmm.
I like live band studios for sure.
Yeah, it make the hairs on my arm stand up when you're talking about it, because, shit, being out for hours and then hearing the bands come together and all the, doing this tape and recording this tape and doing this tape, getting everything all together.
Yeah.
That'll be a good behind the scenes filming bands when they start, when they're doing the setup, and then like the whole process. Like I'm really starting to figure a lot of stuff out. Like honestly, like that's how like Beyonce, like let's say Beyonce was recording her whole album. She filmed like every song's creation, and then at the end of her producing the album, put the album on. Now she got a whole freaking documentary to go with the album because she filmed all the live studio sessions. Now we talking about merch. Now we talking about
just off a lived experience.
get what I'm saying? That's what I'm on. I want to create. I'm creating something that artists can monetize.
Yeah. I'll say cameras are invaluable in the music world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to invest in my GoPro
Mm-hmm.
so I can start getting my POV. Just different things.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have to be the master of my own content right now. Unless I have a team or someone to help me do it, just gotta do it.
What exactly do you need done?
Just what you said.
Gotcha.
Going to a studio session, got a cameraman there, somebody to help you with the visuals of things. Then they'll take that footage and edit it together for you, send it to you so you can cut it up into content. Because I do my own editing on top of whatever the editor does.
Understood.
Just
your point of view.
Yeah. And then it just comes out like how you want. But to work with the cameraman, you have at least 10 forms of,
Content.
You can just put it out there. Something off of a studio session. I put I think like 3 videos out off of just cut up little stuff. And I think that session was no more than 2 hours. So, create a song, promo the song, put something out. Then you might have visuals. I mean, a lot of people do studio music videos. So you might just make a music video in there also, just happenstance.
Just make a song. I was listening to Master P talk. Master P was talking about when he first made his first record. Well, that wasn't his first record. This was the first record he was trying to get the radio. I'm about it. I mean, about it. And he went to the DJ to play the record, and he was like, the DJ wouldn't play the record. He said, bring me back something else. And he came back the next week. Okay, no problem. He brought back about it. And then the DJ was like, okay, bring me something else next week. Okay, no problem, DJ. And brought him back about it again. He said he went to the radio DJ 3 times. He said, man, please. He said, just play the record and let the people decide. If it's whack, I'll go ahead and make something different. But just let the people decide. He played the record, and the people loved the record, and the DJ had to play the record from then on. And I remember when that song came out, when you heard that synth wave noise, when you heard that come on, I'm talking about like everybody would go crazy during that song. Like when that song came out, I was working at the Palace, and the Palace is like the family spot where you can skate and listen to music and get food. It's like Skate King, but it was an entertainment center. It was family oriented, but then you could listen to the latest songs that was on the radio. Artists used to come there and perform, and you could skate or you can go into the dance room. That was the dope part about the Palace. And so when that song dropped, and the DJs played that song during skate sessions, all the floor would be filled with people. And then on the nights, like Friday and Saturday nights, they had like certain age nights. They had like teen night for people like in middle school, but then they had like a teen night for people that was in high school. So you had to be like 14 through like 18. You know what I'm saying? Like from like your 8th grade to like your senior year in high school, right? And the party room used to be jumping all the time. And when they played that song, I'm talking about it was people that was hanging on the wood part of the DJ stand, because the DJ used to be in a stand and it was wood that encased him around there. And underneath the DJ stand was all the tables and chairs that they used to have put out for people to sit down, because they used to have other events in the dance room. They used to have like dance classes, and sometimes they had like skate lessons in there, private skate lessons. When that song came out, everybody was up. And I remember the first time that I had met Fiend and Mac was there at the Palace during like one of their performances. They had like a meet and greet where the artists would stand out there with their manager, and they would shake people's hands and sign autographs to people that wanted to come greet them before they would perform at the venue. And when Fiend and Mac performed, they performed in the middle of the skating rink. Like they cut the music on, everybody was around the skating rink, and they was in the middle of the skating rink performing their song. This when Make 'Em Say came out. Fiend, when his album came out after Make 'Em Say came out, I think the name of the song that he had it was One in Every Family, but he had this song that was everywhere. I'm talking about like that mother was everywhere. And then Mac came out with that song, We Don't Let Them Hoes. And that was real popular because that was like a remake of one of Too Short songs. Because they used to kind of mix that song with Mac's song, and then there was another song that I think they remixed from the Players Club, and that was dope too. Braid Takedown.